Hello you guys, and welcome back to the vlog. If you are new to my channel, hello, my name is Jordan. I'm so happy you joined us for a very fun video today. So I'm currently working and living on board the beautiful Voyager of the Seas. I have been a professional figure skater for over 6 years now. There's truly so much that goes into a show day, and it's a lot more than I think most people realize. If you are a performer, then you probably understand that it's many hours of preparation before the actual showtime, but I thought it would be fun to show you every single thing along the way from step one, which is getting ready for the show. So that's exactly what we're doing today. Today is day 5, and we have our final 2 shows of the cruise. So we've already done 3 shows, and we have 2 more performances tonight at 7 and 9 p.m. I'm really hoping that they're busy shows because it is a sea day. So, you know, everyone's on board, and hopefully people will come back to see the show again if they've already seen it one time, and everyone else who has yet to see the show will make it to Studio B, but we will find out later. So yeah, it is currently 2:30 right now, and I'm just about to start my process. I do have a pretty set routine that I like to do every single show day. It's down to a T. And of course, if the schedule is different or something comes up, I can always adjust, but I do stick to a pretty specific order of things that I like to do. I'm just in a good flow, and it just sets me up for success for the show day. So before we do anything, it's time for a little afternoon coffee. I did have one coffee this morning at around 9:30, 10, but a little pick-me-up won't hurt while we get ready. I've got my mug. I'm gonna put some oat milk in this, and we're gonna make a coffee. Hi, can I make a coffee? Sorry, did I wake you up? Slay. We've got the goods. Now we can start. The first step, obviously, coffee. This isn't something I actually do every single show day when I get ready, but I typically have 1 to 2 coffees a day, and this will be the second one. So, and now it's time to start getting ready for the show. So clearly I'm not show ready. My hair is frizzy. I have a headband in. I have no makeup on. So we need to do full glam for the shows, and I do like to get this out of the way before I start warming up, doing presets, anything like that. I know some people do it the last thing before show notes, but I like to have it all squared away before anything else. And also I really enjoy doing show hair and makeup. So typically I'll just throw on the speaker, I'll play some music, and I'll jam out while I do this. Sometimes I watch a show as well on my iPad, but typically I just stick to music. And because we don't do so many shows on this contract, I don't get sick of doing the makeup. Sure, there are times where I'm not really in the mood to do a full face of makeup, but like I said, we don't have that many show days. We have 3 show days a week, which means I only need to do show makeup and lashes 3 times a week. And so it's always fun to play around with different looks. I haven't experimented too much with color this contract just because I've been loving a gold bronzy sort of eyeshadow look, so that has been my go-to this contract. And Christoph, my ice captain and friend, of course, gave me a palette that is beautiful, and it goes with my Sun Solo, so I've been utilizing that a bunch. That's been like my go-to eyeshadow look. So first we're gonna braid the hair for this contract. The hair is super easy, so I just do 2 Dutch braids in the front just so that I have something to put my combs into for my headpieces, and also it just looks really neat. And then I throw it into a ponytail. So super easy, does not take me long. We're gonna do the hair first because it's looking crazy. I washed it last night, and then we'll get to the makeup. But all in all, I can do the process of hair and makeup in 20 minutes or less, which is insane. But I had a lot of practice on my Utopia contract, last contract. So let's take care of this because this is not okay. Lately, I have been obsessed with the Arcane soundtrack because we watched the show with Jackie, and the whole soundtrack is amazing. Also obsessed with Stromae lately. And what else am I loving? Oh, I'm also loving K-pop Demon Hunters. I usually just throw my phone on shuffle and let it do its thing. So we'll start with Justin Bieber. hair is done. So you can see the 2 braids on the side and then the ponytail in the back. I don't use heat on my ponytail because it would end up looking like this anyways from skating around and jumping and all that. But today was a little bit of a struggle because I washed my hair yesterday, which I don't usually do before a show day. I like to have a little bit of dirtier hair for shows because it makes the braiding easier, but it needed to get done. So this is the hair. I used 2 different brushes to do my ponytail. So I've got a normal brush, which is the wet brush, and then I have the slick back brush just to get the ponytail nice and smooth. Now we can move on to the makeup. Hair and makeup is done. Oh my god, I didn't do lashes. That's what I'm missing. I'm like, something is missing. Never mind. I'm not done with makeup. I have lashes to do, but then we'll be done until lipstick later. But 1 second. Okay, that is much better. I don't know why I forgot that. That was random. Anyways, now we're done until lipstick later, but that comes like right before show notes. So we don't have uniform for warm-ups, but all black is like the classic skater look. So this is what we're gonna wear today. All right, we're backstage. This is stage left. And when you're first warm up for the day, you have to set up backstage. So I need to move these racks into their spot. I think, let me put this one here. This one goes over here. Perfect. And then we gotta set up the chairs. There we go. Now I need to preset all of my costumes onto my chairs. Basically, you will have the one on top will be the first one that you put on, and then it's gonna go in order of the show. So basically, we have them unzipped, unhooked, unsnapped. Basically, we need all of our costumes ready to go so we can slip into them for our changes. We don't really have any quick changes this show, so it's not too bad, but you still need to have your costumes prepped and ready. I have one quick change, sort of, but it's, again, not that fast. It's after my solo. I have to take off my solo costume, step into waltz, and a dresser helps me with that. So we're gonna set everything up. And then once the costumes are set, we need to warm up on the floor. What is it called again? Rakamoto?
Racunita.
Racunita. Wow, look at that preset. Fabulous. But now I don't have to do that, so then my costumes are different. I could even just not, right, because you have time. I have like all the presetting opening and stuff, can't just take and voila, presets are done. And now we can move our bodies. I'm gonna try to talk while I warm up, so don't know if you can hear me. Usually I start my warm up with some jumping, some running, a little bit of cardio just to get the heart rate up. And then after that, I'll do some abs, some stretching, a little bit of Pilates maybe, some splits. I also like to do handstands for warm up just because it uses every muscle of my body. So it's fun, first and foremost. I'm trying to get better at it, so I like to work on them to improve the quality of my handstands. And also, it's just a really good warm up to get my blood pumping and yeah, get my body warm for sure, because it uses all of my upper body, my core. I have to use my legs as well. Floor warm up typically is about 30 minutes or less, because presets take me about less than 5 minutes. Each show varies, but here on Voyager, my presets are so simple. So it does not take me long. A good one. That was a better one. My hips are really tight today, so I need to make sure I get a good stretch in, because skating is a lot of lower body, primarily lower body. I mean, you use your whole body, but mostly the legs, at least for jumping. I am going to time how fast I can get my skates on, because I can get them on really fast if I really rush. I thought maybe it would be fun to share this with you. So I'm gonna start the timer and see how long it takes me to get both of my skates on. I already have my skating socks on and my bunga pads. So we're gonna press start and we're gonna get them on. Done.
There's no dress code.
1 minute and 5 seconds to tie my skates. we're all done with warm-up. We had 30 minutes on the ice, and what'd you say?
Sophia did nothing.
Sophia did nothing. I actually had a good warm-up. I felt like my normal skating self, which was really nice, because it hasn't always felt that way here. But I'm trying to remind myself that I did not use my left arm for like a week. So we're getting back into it now, which feels good. But we had 30 minutes on the ice. Girls were first warm-up, so now next is the boys. They have 30 minutes, then it's pairs for 30 minutes. And then after the last warm-up group, I want to say it's 45 minutes before our show notes. So I have quite a bit of time to chill until show notes. Our warm-up was at 4, so 3 hours before the show actually starts. Because the first show is at 7, which sounds kind of counterproductive, but it's the only way we can do it because we have to open the house 45 minutes before the show. And we can't all 10 of us warm up at the same time. It's just not possible because the ice is so small and that's dangerous. So I'm gonna wipe my skates and then head back to the cabin. I actually have something fun backstage to show you. So on all of the ships backstage, there's usually photos of previous casts from that ship. So as you can see, there's a bunch of photos right here. These are some of the like older casts. I wanna say we're cast 36. Yeah, I think we're cast 36 currently. But obviously I was here 3 years ago. So in here, where is it? Nope, maybe it's on this side. There it is. There I am. So this is cast 30 when we came for the restart. And then obviously I extended into cast 31 and then we're there. How cute. I'm back in the room. It is 4:40 and notes for the first show are at 6:15. So I have plenty of time. What I usually like to do after warm-ups, no matter which warm-up group we are, is have a snack. And I also like to do some work or sometimes read depending on what I need to get done for the day. So I do need to make a thumbnail for a video that's going live today. So that's what I'm gonna do now. And I also have my pre-show snack. So I cannot eat dinner or like any sort of big meal before performing. This is how I've always been. Some people can. Personally, I cannot, and I think most people can't. And we do get show food afterwards, which I'll explain that later once we get there. But yeah, I can't eat dinner before the shows. So then I like to have something to tie me over and have a little something in my stomach so that I have fuel to get me through the shows. And then after the show, of course, I do eat. In all my previous contracts, I used to buy a ton of snacks for the cabin, which is not the best because A, I'm spending money on food that I don't really need. And secondly, it's just, I love to snack, but it's something that I don't need to do every single day. But one thing I do like to buy in port for show days specifically is protein bars. So I bought these in Chivy. I bought like 20 of them and I like to have them before the show. So it has like 20 grams of protein. This one is coconut and chocolate flavored, so it kind of tastes like a Bounty candy bar, which is really good. And then I also like to have a banana. This is what I have before the show. So I'm gonna eat this and I'm gonna make my thumbnail and we're gonna chill. It is time for lipstick. I've just brushed my teeth and now we're gonna put on the red lips for showtime. I have shared this specific lipstick many times in my videos whenever I'm doing the show. This is my tried and true red lip for performing, but I also love it just in general. Do yourself a favor and buy this lipstick. It's $4.99 unless they've changed the price, but it's Wet n Wild. And it is hands down the best lip product that I own. It's a matte finish. The colors are so nice. It stays on your lips beautifully. Does not transfer when you eat, drink, smile, you know, like it just stays put and it looks good so long. And it doesn't dry out your lips either. So this is like my #1 red lip for shows and I will never, ever change. And I just think it's like the perfect red shade for shows as well. My boss has told me multiple times that she loves this shade for the show. So, you know, if she says it, it must be true. With that, we're ready. I just like to pack deodorant, some sandals, and some perfume for the show. I really want to buy a body spray. That's something I've been meaning to do. I need to go up to the promenade and buy a spray for the show because I don't like to use perfume for show, but I like to smell good before I start sweating. So I always throw that in my tote bag for showtime. And I also need to like take out my earrings and all my other jewelry before the show starts. But I have a cubby, I put it backstage and we're good to go. I still have about 20 minutes, so I thought we could just chit chat about some show related topics that you might not know. Maybe I haven't explained them before, or maybe you've missed them, or maybe you're new here. So I feel like there's a lot we can dive into about performing on ships. This has been a job and a passion of mine for over 6 years now, which is insane. The time has gone by so fast, and I've been able to perform in so many incredible shows on board. I want to say there's about 17 ships now with skating. So I haven't done all of them, and this is my second time on Voyager. So this is the first ship that I'm repeating and the first show that I'm repeating. But all the other ships that I've done have been different shows. So each ship has a designated show and it stays on that ship. This show used to have a secondary show. I never did it when I was here before because they actually transferred it to Allure. So my first contract was on Allure and the show was called Ice Games. They've since retired that. That is no longer. And now there's a different show called Blades, which was the secondary show on Voyager, if you're following. But I never performed it when I was on Voyager and now it's there. So yeah, that's just a little fun fact for you. Getting to live and perform on board has just been a dream job. It has so many benefits to it. And of course, I spent many years of my life training and competing. So to get to enjoy the sport in another way and make money doing something that I love to do is even more special. The schedule really depends on the itinerary and what ship you're on. So my previous contract, I was on Utopia. If you did see those videos, I have a ton of videos from that contract if you haven't. But the schedule was much more demanding there with it being a 3-4 day cruise. And it was a brand new ship. So the demand was more for shows. So it was a lot more taxing on my body. And this time around, we're doing 7-day cruises, which means we have more time to rest and recover, which has been phenomenal. Also, we're in Europe, so it's a little bit of a different demographic. The show itself is a lot easier for me. My track is probably half as easy here as it was on Utopia. It really just depends, like I said, on the show you're doing, your track, your itinerary, and the length of your cruises. Working and performing on the ship for so many years, I'm so used to skating on a small surface. The ice surface in Studio B is 40 by 60 feet. So it's a very small surface compared to like an NHL sized rink. And I'm very comfortable with my patterns for jumps. On this ice surface, do I wish we had more space? Absolutely. And the new Icon class ships have a circular rink, and it is much bigger. So I'm sure if I had more space, I would use it. But yeah, the size of the ice doesn't really bother us because we're so used to it. And my cast here is super experienced. So a lot of my cast here I've actually worked with in prior contracts, which is really fun. And that also tells me that I've been around for a while because I know I like knew everyone before coming here pretty much. So Jackie, my roommate, was my first roommate on my first contract, which was back in 2019. Midori was my roommate on Wonder in 2023. Taras was my ice captain on Explorer in 2023. Lisa, I was actually here with for the restart in 2022, which she just recently came about 3-4 weeks ago. We've had a lot of like changeovers for the cast. But yeah, last time I was here with her, she was a single skater. Ilya, I was on Wonder with as well, but he did get injured in the end of install, so we never got to actually perform together, so it's so nice to be here with him. Marco I met, he helped us the first week of rehearsals for Utopia in California. So basically back then, Taichiro was still on a ship for the first week of rehearsals, so Marco drove down because he's from California and he helped us out and was kind of like a placeholder for Taichiro. So And then Christoph, I didn't personally know him before, but I have known of him for like so long. And also we have mutual friends within the company. So yeah, it's a really fun cast and really experienced cast and very talented cast. So I have been enjoying sharing the ice with them. And we've obviously been enjoying the itinerary as well. So yeah, that's that. Like I said, we are doing anywhere from 4 to 5 shows per cruise here on board, depending on the guest count and the itinerary, like the order of ports of call. So this cruise we have 5, but typically we have 2 shows in one night. So we'll do one at 7 and 9 p.m. The last show day we had, we only did 1, but because we're doing 5 this week, obviously one of the days is going to be a show on its own. But typically we have 2 shows every night, which is pretty chill. So you do one, you prep for the second, and then you do the other one, and it's over so fast. And the whole day in itself, you have to kind of prepare yourself for the show, because what you eat and what time you eat affects your performance. So we kind of have to make sure we're getting enough sleep the night before, drinking enough water, properly warming up our bodies. Everyone has a different routine, and we don't have like a set requirement, but everyone is required to do warm-up ice before the show. So you know best what your body needs, especially based on the day. So yeah, I started the process for shows this evening at 2 o'clock or like 2:30. So all in all, it's, pretty much the afternoon and evening. The whole chunk of time is preparing for shows. There's so much more we could talk about. We don't really have that much time anymore. What I will say is it's not very rocky right now, but when it is rocky, we can definitely feel it when we're performing and skating. It throws off everything. So even if you watch a show and it's rocky and you're wondering how we're doing it, at the end of the day, we get more used to it, but we never fully get used to it because the movement is unpredictable. So when it's rocky, jumping is harder, spinning is harder, doing pairs lifts is harder because timing is off. You have to use more of your muscles, and it's definitely more energy as well to stabilize. So you're trying to stabilize, but also predict the movement that you're feeling on the ship. It's a lot of adjustment and just kind of feeling it out. So that's definitely something I get asked all the time, if we feel it when it's rocky and if it does affect our shows. So the answer is 100% yes, but we just make it work. And of course, if it is really, really bad, we can always modify our tricks to be safe, because it's always better to be safe than sorry. I do feel a little tiny bit of movement as I'm standing here, but it's nothing crazy. So with that, I'm gonna get my shoes on and we're gonna, I have 1 minute. I gotta run to notes.
Until the new one to leave for the ball, the crystal ball. Precise that you're skating through the thing to grab the ball.
Okay.
Yeah? Without like instead of like on center. Okay? But the timing with the music is good now. We can just take the time like in line with Jackie
More
and
closer to
the stair.
yeah.
Just to start. The rest is fine. It's just Aaron, Midori, Lisa still frozen until the new 5. Then Jordan, Ilya, and Taras fully frozen for a full kind of 8, and then you move on to the new one. Yes, so the diagonal is too sharp to upstage. Yes, we want it flatter to downstage. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, everyone ready?
Yeah.
Let's go. Everyone.
We're done with notes. Now we play hacky sack. This is our pre-show ritual, actually. So we've already warmed up once, obviously, on the floor, skated, but now we're gonna get the hips loose. And this is the best way to do it. And shout out to Jackie's mom for gifting these beautiful hacky sacks. We love them. You ready?
Hi. Yes, I am. But I'm more ready for next 2 days without.
Our number 1 supporters. They're at every show, even when they're not working.
You're getting a shout out.
They're the best. And the fit's 8. 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. Here we go. one show down, one to go. When we started the show, there's probably like 40% full. Less than that, that's being generous, maybe 30%. But by the end, it was like a solid 65, 70. And the audience was actually pretty good. Like they were verbal, which we enjoy because we feed off their energy. So now I'm in my Ready Freddy, which is show day essential. I have 3 colors. I have pink, lilac, and yellow. I only packed the yellow, but I need to preset everything, which I just have to take the Sun Solo costume to the other side. And then I think I'm gonna head back deck to get a Coke Zero, because usually I like to drink half before the first, half before the second, but I wasn't feeling like I needed it before the first show today. So we're gonna go grab that. Also drink some water to hydrate. And then we have notes at 8:30 for our 9 o'clock show. Here's our little mini Zamboni. It's so cute and tiny. I wish I could drive it, but I'm pretty sure you need a license for it, or at least some sort of training. I know you need that. And they're setting up the tent for opening again.
Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. We have some shovels here featuring Jonathan. And Russell on
Tell us what we're doing right now.
So right now we are scraping and then we shovel. And then we will lay water.
What water?
So that
Fresh ice.
Fresh ice. So that
water?
Jordan can skate. Bye!
Somebody help me get over it. Somebody help me, yeah. Somebody help me get over it. Somebody help me.
Ice show was one of the best ones I've seen in any ship, and there was a lot of great talent. Was the ice skating show, which was incredible. What I loved the most was the artists' collaboration and the excellent team they formed. The ice show was the best entertainment we had all week. The entertainment was incredible. I still can't believe the ice skating show. Yes.
Oh God.
I believe in this one. Let's go.
Step through, forward, back, one, back, ka, ta.
Oh my God, that's insane. Do you have hip bones? Last show of the cruise. Yay! We are finished with the shows. 2 good shows. Now we can eat show food. I'm so hungry, and I literally think about the food every second show when we have a 2-show day. So that's coming very soon, but first I have to hang all my costumes, put them back in their spot, and then I have to vodka spray them. So basically the vodka spray is vodka and water, and we spray the costume so that it helps with the bacteria and the smell as well, because wardrobe, which is Jackie, it's not possible to wash the costumes every day. So she has a rotation for washing, and today's washing is solo costumes. So do you have anything to add, Miss Wardrobe?
I am the best wardrobe there is.
Jackie is such a good wardrobe.
I'm good at, I'm practicing with my sewing machine. If you got a broken zipper, I can fix it.
You should have bought those zippers in Istanbul.
God, that was so fun.
I'm gonna clean out my cubby, grab all of my things. Bit bags go in there with towels, and then washing is right here. Now we're finished and we can eat. and the show food is always so good. Show food was good. I mean, it's very reliable. We have the same thing every time, and they give us a really good spread. We have salmon, we have eggs, we have steamed vegetables. There was rice, chicken fingers, pizza, French fries. I think that's pretty much the spread, but like everything is always really good. So I'm pleased. And now I think we're gonna have a little nightcap or two, but we got to shower and take off the makeup. But it was a successful show day. We're done with shows for the cruise. Unfortunately, neither show was full today, but the second show, it did get more full as the show went on. So by finale, it was sort of almost full. Either way, we're done with shows for the week. Now I need to get in the shower and take off the lashes. It's the best part. Yes. We are back in the room. It's 12:30. I am absolutely exhausted. They were doing bingo tonight and a raffle, which I didn't buy any tickets for, but it was just fun to watch. Had one drink, and now we're back, and I need to take my makeup off and get right into bed. I'm so tired. It wasn't even a long day per se, but the shows usually take it out of me, so I'm excited to get into bed and get a full night of sleep for a full day tomorrow. So thank you guys so much for watching my show day routine. I hope it was informative. I like to film these each contract because obviously the costumes are different and the show is different and the presets are different. So I just like to show you the flow of things, and let me know if you want to see more skating related content. I think that would be fun to do some more of, or any other ideas you guys have, let me know. But I love you all to the moon and back. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.